Hello, my loves. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. If you're not, I hope that you will. Welcome to this video. Welcome to your reading. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time. Welcome back if this isn't your first time. Thank you so much for joining me today, air signs. So this video is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome. So as you can see from the title of this video, today we're going to do a tarot reading. First, we're going to look at what have you learned and healed in 2020, and then we're going to look at some 2021 predictions. What will your new life be in 2021? And we're also going to get some advice from Spirit on, how to handle the transition, on whatever you might be needing advice for right now at the time that you're watching. So, two things I want to say before we get into it. First of all, this is a general reading, okay? So, of course, if you saw this on your feed, if you clicked on it, if you felt drawn to it, there's a message for you here, but it might not be the entire reading. And you always are in you're always the master of your own life, okay? Especially when we're looking at predictions for the future. These are things that are probable to happen, but you can change the course of that if you don't like that, okay? But yeah, so this is general reading, so take what resonates, and if something really doesn't resonate, just let it go. It's okay, you don't have to overthink it. And also I do private astrology and tarot readings if you're interested in something more personal from me. All the information on how to contact me, or if you have any questions or anything like that, you can contact me. All that information will be down below in the description box, as well as the timestamps to the reading of each of the signs. So yes, also, is there anything else I would like to say? Something else that I also realized that I wanted to say is that I will be talking a little bit about the Great Conjunction. Now, I'm filming this after it happened, so you might have already heard about it. It was on December 21st, 2020, and it happened at 0 degrees Aquarius. It was the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. I will ask the card when I asked about your predictions in 2021, it might be affected by the Great Conjunction. I might ask about exactly what is the Great Conjunction affecting, how is it affecting your life and you? So, especially since we're doing Aquarius in this video and this is happening in your sign. But yeah, and if you don't really know what the Great Conjunction is, what it means, I'm going to talk about it right after this, and it's also in the timestamps down below, so stick around to know that. If you're interested or if you don't know much about that, you can also just like look it up if you want to. But yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say, so stick around if you want to hear about the Great Conjunction. Otherwise, you can go in the description box and find the timestamp of your sign and go to your reading, and I'll see you there. Okay, so the Great Conjunction, Jupiter and Saturn for me, they are the two social planets in the way that, they are outer planets, but they move quicker than the generational planets. Generational planets being Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So Jupiter stays in the same sign for about a year, and Saturn stays in the same sign for about 2.5 years. So the people born, for example, in school, your school grade pretty much has the same Jupiter and Saturn signs, or most of the people around exactly your age. So that's why they can be called the social signs. For me, I think Jupiter and Saturn, they are very, very opposite energies, but they're both definitely needed in the zodiac and in our lives, because Jupiter expands everything it touches, and Saturn is about constraints and restrictions. So you see kind of the paradox here. But how I see it is that, to me, Jupiter and Saturn are the two teachers of the zodiac, if you look at the archetypes, because I think Jupiter is kind of like the teacher that is very, very gregarious, very extroverted, very philosophical, and just very enjoyable, just has a nice sense of humor, and is very present and very friendly and very human. And it's very easy to like them, and to like him if you're talking him saying like Jupiter, but you know, if you're talking about them. So if you're imagining Jupiter as a teacher, it's like your favorite teacher that's so easy to like, right? And who really believes in you, really pushes you, and is always there for you. And if you're interested, you can talk with them after the class ends and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? I think we all had a teacher like that, or I wish that for you, because it is really enjoyable, really nice. And teachers often have strong Jupiter in their chart as well. And Saturn is the teacher who's really strict, who's more severe, and more serious as well. Saturn is kind of the cold teacher, the one that's just so easy to hate, or to dislike. And you don't, fun is not a keyword that you would associate with them. But as you mature, and as you grow up, and as you age, you turn back and you realize that they were like this to you, truly to encourage you to grow. They were hard on you to encourage you to grow and to work harder. And they were like hard on you to encourage you to learn how to discipline yourself, so that you can be more and more successful as your life goes on. Okay, so Jupiter is not all good, because sometimes Jupiter can be too much, and can be, Jupiter expands everything it touches, but sometimes it can be too much as well. So Jupiter is not all good, and just Saturn is not all bad. Okay, so they're coming together during this conjunction. So this is really, the last time this conjunction happened was in May 2000 in the sign of Taurus, and now we have this happening at 0 degrees Aquarius. And as I already said, I think the 0 degrees is just so powerful and so symbolic. You can look in your birth chart, astrological birth chart, where this falls in what house, and this is where you're going to see the most changes. There's going to be a lot of innovations. There's just like, with this conjunction, especially at 0 degrees, I feel there's a lot of opportunities for new things and new doors to open, but of course you're going to have to take it if that is presented to you. Okay, it's just not going to happen just like that. But we've been in this super heavy Capricorn energy all year long, and we are slowly really moving out of that and looking at the future. We've been really kind of reflecting on our life and on ourselves, and on our societies and our infrastructures, institutions, all of that stuff, which is really Capricorn and really Saturn. And all of that has been transforming because of Pluto and the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in January that's really heavily associated with COVID. But now we are looking forward. Okay, like we had all of this. We've been assessing, some of these things have broken down or have been teared down, but and we've assessed what is good, what is bad, what do we want to keep with us, and what do we want to leave in the past, and now where are we going? Like, now what? This is really the feeling that this great conjunction is giving me. So yeah, I think I've said what I wanted to say about this. If you're interested in some more information, you can look that up. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing good. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, in case you didn't listen to the intro, today we're going to be doing 3 things. First, we're going to look at what have you healed in and learned in 2020. Then we're going to look at some 2021 predictions. What will your new life in 2021 be like? And also I want to take a little look at how is the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn on December 21st, 2020 affecting you and your life in 2021. If you don't know what the great conjunction is or what it means, I talked about it a little bit just after the intro. It's in the timestamp, so go back and watch that if you want to know. So we're going to look at that as well. And finally, at the end, we're going to get, why can't I talk today? We're going to get some advice from Spirit for you about the in-between, about how to approach this, about whatever it is that you may need advice on right now at the time that you're watching. All right, so I think I've said everything I wanted to say. We're just going to get right into it. Okay, spirits. So, what did Gemini learn and heal in 2020? What lessons did Gemini learn? Should I keep those? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep you. Okay. Anything else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, okay, well, that was it. I just wanted to make sure. So let's take a little look. No, I think this should go in the middle. Should this go in the middle? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so first of all, we have the sun. This is the Star Child Tarot in case you're interested. We have the Queen of Wands. The Seven of Swords in reverse. And finally, we have Serenity. Okay, so first thing that I feel, I kind of feel like this is kind of separated from the rest of the cards, or that it's kind of like, it's kind of like different. I do feel like it is connected to the Queen of Wands here. So I kind of see too that I feel like they are connected. Like the way I laid them out on the table, they're together. There's two different scenarios that I'm seeing here. So because the Seven of Swords typically speaks of, you know, the traditional meaning of the Seven of Swords card speaks of being sneaky, hiding things, being dishonest, not being untrustworthy, if that's even a word. Anyway, things like that, or that there's something in your situation that's not as you think that it is. You're being someone is hiding something from you, etc., etc. It's not as it looks. Okay, it's not as it seems. So I think that this, with this Queen of Wands here, you know, the Queen of Wands can be someone really specific. So I feel like there's two different options. Either you had someone around you, a Queen of Wands, in your life who, not even necessarily a Queen of Wands, but you had someone in your life who was really kind of, I'm hearing powerful, who was really sneaky, who was really intense, who was just like, I'm hearing stepmother for some reason. Of course, it doesn't have to be. Maybe for someone it is. Just someone who would go behind your back, and just someone who just wasn't good for you, okay? They didn't have your best interests at heart. And I feel like some of you discovered this year. Some of you knew already but never really did anything about it because you didn't know what you could have done about it. You didn't want to really play into that game. And so I feel like if this is your scenario, if this was your situation, you either completely cut the cords with them, or you learned with that person, or you learned how to assert yourself and really detach yourself in a way that this person did not have access to your energy anymore, and you were totally in your power when you did that. Even if it was subtle, even if you seemed like you were the one losing, you weren't, okay? This was truly a power move, and you really showed your growth and your maturity when you did that, okay? So that's really great, and I think that I'm kind of seeing someone having like a weight lifted off of their shoulders. So I think that was really relieving for you, and I don't think you knew it was stressing you out, but when it happened and you were relieved of it, maybe you didn't even realize how much it was stressing you out. You know that kind of feeling? It's that. For other people, it would be kind of different. So for other people, okay, I'm getting a third scenario. Okay, so for some people, you were just never really asserting yourself, and you were kind of having doubts about, I'm hearing your circle of friends or the people who were around you. You were wondering if they were talking behind your back, if they were being petty, if they just were against you, if they were really your friends, if they really liked you and appreciated you. And so you didn't like lash out at them, but you started speaking up your mind a bit more and telling them how you felt and telling them about your doubts. And I'm kind of seeing, I'm not really seeing anything big coming out of this. So what I'm guessing would happen is that, it when you started speaking your mind more, asking more questions, your doubts kind of disappeared. So, and that it's more peaceful now. So I don't think anything major like that connected to that happened. So if so, you were just really learning how to assert yourself and express yourself, which is really great also. Third scenario that I'm getting from this is, I don't know why I'm getting so many different scenarios from this. Maybe multiple people will watch this. Third scenarios that I'm seeing is that you were someone who was immature, who was petty, who would spill the tea and gossip and talk behind people's backs, even though you thought it really didn't have like a bad intention or that it didn't have a negative effect. This year it really hit you. You realized that it did, that it was bad, even though you might not have been like, oh my god, I'm realizing I'm ruining those people's lives, because maybe that's not really what the case was. You just kind of realize that that was really low vibrational energy and that you were limiting yourself by keeping yourself within that. And you were like, you consciously realized that you wanted to distance yourself from that, and you did that. And you really, really grew and you became a lot more mature, which is also something really great to do, okay? Being self-aware is one of the most powerful things that we can do as humans, okay? I think that with the sun here, this is an interesting card. Do I want to talk about this one now? I'm not sure. Because I'm getting like messages, but they're like unclear. So I'm like, how do I word this out? With Serenity, this is, I'm pretty sure this is the Hermit card, which does talk about isolation and going within and being still. And so, of course, with the circumstances of the year in 2020, you were to a point kind of forced to do that. And it really wasn't fun at first. And I'm kind of getting the message that you felt really constricted and restrained and just, forced and imprisoned and all that kind of stuff. And it was really, really bad for you and you really didn't enjoy it, which is totally understandable. And I think a lot of us did feel that way. Because we didn't have any control over the situation, of course, but I think that little by little you kind of started to accept the situation for what it is. You started to accept that you couldn't do anything about it, and that I think you kind of reached a point where you felt you were at such a low, or you were just so frustrated with things not changing, or you being dissatisfied or frustrated or unhappy, that you were just kind of like, you know what, like, it is what it is, and let's just make the best of it. And so now I understand why I didn't talk about the Sun card before. So I feel like this is how you were able to find some, sorry about that, you guys. So what I was saying is, by doing this, by being still and accepting this stillness instead of living it and experiencing it as someone else forcing you to do it, and just accepting it and doing it for yourself, this is how you found some peace. This is how you found some happiness in 2020. This is how you found, and I know it's kind of a big word, but you did find some kind of freedom in that. because you realized that you had some control over your mood. You realized you had some control over how you felt and what you wanted to do with yourself. Of course, there were a lot of restrictions in the 3D world, but not in the 5D world. And you could also decide that, oh, I want to, you could still make a lot of different decisions and choices about your own life, and you were doing that. And so you were realizing that you still had some power over yourself in your own life. And so you realized that you did still have some freedom, and you started to appreciate a little bit more being still and just, again, acceptance. It's really the mood that I'm getting, acceptance over and over again, and that it really brought you serenity, just as it says on this card. And I feel like that's kind of unusual for you. I feel like that was kind of the first time for you. Yeah. So this was a big life lesson. And I think that if you believe in the everything happens for a reason, I think that you've kind of made that conscious already. And you kind of knew that and realized that already. What I just said about this. Okay, so glad to know you still have some happiness in 2020, you guys. That's also a really mature thing to do, to just accept the situation and be in control of whatever it is that you can be in control of. Okay, that's really shows someone who is mature. I don't know if there's a better word for it. Who's just really grown. And because the thing is, it's mature but also like emotionally intelligent and mature as well. So because there's something different than just like physical maturity or physical whatever your age is. That's different. And that's something that you have to learn. And you did. So that's great. So I think that if you are still in lockdown, or if you know wherever you live, if you are still under some restrictions that you cannot control, I feel like of course, growth is not linear, and our moods can change a lot, but I think that you're handling it better than at the beginning, and I think that you're not as unhappy as you were in the beginning. Okay, which is really, I'm happy for you. So this is what I saw in those cards. Now let's get some Great Conjunction activation message. What is the Great Conjunction activating within you? Okay. Okay, so sorry, I didn't show you. I was just looking at it. We got the Chariot here. So this is actually activating a lot of movement for you, and that's quite surprising. I did kind of see the Two of Swords when I looked, so you might be Jesus. You might kind of have to make a choice or choose your path, or decide whether you want to take a certain direction or not, and you're kind of not too sure about it right now. But we got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, so if you are confronted to something right now, just know that you can use your intuition and you can trust that you make your decision, okay? And you don't have to stress out about, oh my god, but what is the right answer? Okay, yeah, you might be stressing about that. Look what was underneath that. You might be stressing out really mentally a lot, being like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But you're okay. You're okay, okay? And whatever it is in your heart that you feel, in your spirit, the right answer is already within you, okay? And it's not as dramatic. Often in life, it's not as dramatic or as drastic as the right decision and the wrong decision, okay? So take everything with a grain of salt and kind of know that there are nuances here. So this is triggering some action. Definitely. You might, because I feel like for most of you, this is already happening or has already happened. So I'm not getting what kind of action exactly or in what sphere of your life, but I'm getting that it doesn't even really matter because you kind of already know. You might just also personally have a really strong desire of moving. Maybe I literally just wanted to say as in like having more movement in your life, but I said moving, so maybe you guys are thinking about moving, changing the place that you live. I'm seeing someone like thinking about 2 different apartments and being like really hesitating over them, okay? But I already told you about the High Priestess. I already told you about the High Priestess. You're doing okay. Oh, it was upright. It's me who put it away weirdly. Yeah. So you guys are kind of reevaluating your life choices, what it is that you really want to do with your life. Some of you guys are kind of like, okay, you know, I'm okay with the restrictions right now, but there are some things that I want to do like right now. I've been thinking about them and now it's go time. Okay. And you know, if you are a Gemini rising, then the Great Conjunction is happening in your 9th house. And the 9th house is the house of higher education. It's the house of philosophy. It's a house of law. It's also the house of foreign travel and long distance travel. So, and knowledge and spiritual beliefs and religions, all of that stuff. So you might be kind of questioning your spiritual beliefs, or if you are religious, you might be questioning your religion, or kind of just looking at what the different belief systems have to offer and how you feel about that. You might be kind of testing that out. You might be trying to plan a travel. You might want to travel. You might want to, I'm hearing, move to a different country. Yeah, you might be studying and you're reevaluating what it is that you want to study. Yeah, you might be, I'm hearing getting into philosophy, so maybe some of you are getting into philosophy. I just saw an image of someone like shaking hands with like someone at like their graduation. I'm getting someone who is graduating and they're becoming a teacher, which is also like 9th house energy, being a teacher. So if that's you, congratulations. Yeah, okay, but it can be about many different things, okay? You're going to apply it how you know that it resonates for you. Now let's look at your new life in 2021. What is 2021 bringing to Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Gemini. What is Gemini's new life in 2021? Oh, okay. What do I do with this? There's too much. What do I do this? You want me to do that? Yeah, you. Okay. Okay, you and you. Still gonna look at them quickly. Yeah, no. I'm not taking that. I don't feel like I should take that. Okay. So... okay. So we got the Magician. And the Seven of Pentacles. And at the bottom, I wasn't sure if I should show this, but at the bottom of, because I'm not sure right now why it's there, but at the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting, okay, this is really a year of manifesting for you guys, okay? It really, really is. And this might be tied to your new spiritual beliefs if you have them, or maybe you're just trying out a manifestation, you're getting more spiritual or something, or you already are. Maybe if you're here watching this, I'm getting the sense that some people might be watching this, I don't know why, later during the year. So hi. But anyway, so this is really a year of manifestation with you, for you guys, with the Magician here. It's also, I'm also getting like someone who you're going to be put in like new and different situations where you're kind of like just experimenting, or you're just doing things for the first time, and you're just kind of thrown into it, and you're like, what, and then you're just like, you're learning how to become more resourceful and become more independent, okay? And learn how to deal with things yourself. But the thing about the Magician is that the Magician always has all the tools that he needs, he or she or they, whatever, that they need in order to accomplish whatever it is that they want to accomplish, or whatever task that they have to do, okay? So trust in yourself. Even if you feel like you don't know much, or you don't have a lot of experience, you have enough to know how to succeed at this, or at least pull through it, okay? You're going to be planting a lot of seeds in 2021 with this Seven of Pentacles, because this is about that. This is about also planting seeds and waiting for the results, and working hard at something and waiting for the results, knowing that you'll reap the rewards eventually. So I'm not necessarily getting that you'll get like the big rewards this year, or maybe it's not really relevant to whatever Spirit wants you to know right now, or wants me to tell you. Yeah, that would make sense that you're planting a lot of seeds if you're trying a bunch of new different things, okay? This also might be connected to the fact that you're kind of like, well, what do I want to do with my life? I know I want to do something, I know I want to do something now, or maybe I know I want something to change, but I'm not sure what, so I'm going to try out a bunch of different things. Okay, which also kind of matches with the 9th house, okay? Because it's about experimentation, and you know, the 9th house is traditionally ruled by Sagittarius, which is a sign that's really experimental and likes, which is your opposite sign and your sister sign, and a sign that always wants to have new and different experiences, and see the world and experience the world and understand the world, okay? So you might be in that kind of energy in 2021, even if you're not a Gemini rising. If you feel like that resonates, then that resonates, okay? You might have Sagittarius placements or something, but even if you don't have to, okay? Yeah. So, you know, it might be a little bit stressful, you know, when I say you're going to be thrown in some situations where you're like, what? I'm supposed to do what? Like, what's going on? But it's also about, for you, learning to just let go and chill out and not stress and overthink everything, which I know can be difficult if that's what we're used to doing, but it's part of the lesson, okay? And it's part of your lesson, you know, in 2020, you were able, in 2020, okay, the year that we've had that we're not going to talk about in detail here, you were able to find joy in that and find peace in that, okay? If you can do that in 2020, you can do that in 2021, okay? I promise. You have that power. Don't doubt it. Yeah, it's about finding the joy in that, and I do think that you're going to have a lot of fun in 2021. Because you learned how to be still in 2020, so now, and you learned how to be at peace with that, so you don't need to learn that lesson anymore. It doesn't need to be so as intense as, of course, we don't know what's going to happen with the restrictions, but you're not going to feel like that. You're not going to feel like you're being put through that, or at least it's going to be different. You're going to feel like you're still able to try things out and have fun. Yeah, and the Magician is the card of Mercury, and you're ruled by Mercury, Gemini. Yeah. I think that the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck is more about if you're gonna do a big move. You know, I said someone might want to move, someone might really want to shift things out in their life, or someone I went and got someone might move to a different country. Maybe for some of you, because of the big decisions and changes you're gonna make in your life, you're gonna have to make some choices, and it's not just only going to be positive. You might have to let someone go, or some people go, or you might have to kind of move away, or there might be something that is a result of that choice that, even though you know it's the best choice for you and it's what you want, it's not just positive outcomes to that choice. Okay, but I think that it's part of it. Okay, it's part of it. You're not like, I don't want to say you're not going to be able to avoid it, as in like, oh my god, it's like you're doomed to this. Of course not. And you're going to choose what you want to do with your life, and if you move, or when or how and where, all of that stuff, if you do. But it happens a lot in our life where we make the right choice for us and we feel sad afterwards, or we feel like we doubt ourselves and we feel like we might have not made the right choice, or there's not only positive outcomes that come out of this, but if you lose something or someone, it means that there's something even better out there for you. Trust me, okay? Okay. So, but I don't want you to be worried about that this year, okay? I want you to be focused on yourself and what you want to do and what you feel is right for you. Because you can never control how people who are not you react. Anyway, so, okay? Now, let's get some advice from spirits, from the goddesses themselves. So, what is some advice for beautiful Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising about all of this? Whatever it is that they need advice on, or something related to what we've already talked about in the other cards. What is some advice for Gemini? Do you want to come out? Okay, we're going to take you. Anything else? What do the goddesses want to say to Gemini? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. So we got multiple cards. They took their time to come out, but we've got them. First of all, we have Rhea Flow, number 44. Take the number if it resonates for you. If not, let it go. Or, if it means something to you. We have Mary, Miracles, number 34. I'm getting this 34 might be someone's age. I don't know why. If it's not, that's fine. Or some... I also kind of heard 1934, so I don't know if something happened in 1934. I think most people who were... I don't think you were alive during that. I mean, anyway, whatever. As I said, take what resonates and leave the rest. We have Gaia, Earth, number 16. Beautiful card. And finally, we have Kali, Liberation, number 26. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Shakti, number 46, transformation. So yes, you are transforming in 2021. I'm getting that for most of the year, or the beginning of the year, or the first half of the year, or whatever. You know, time is weird in the spiritual realm. I'm getting that you're kind of preparing for a transformation. You know, I said like this year is a lot about manifestation. You're going to be planting a lot of seeds, maybe not getting all the big changes yet, but it's like in the works, you know? And oh yeah, I forgot. But astrologically, Gemini, the North Node is in Gemini right now. It has been for like about 6 months, I think. I don't remember the exact date it went into Gemini. So the North Node, if you don't know, the North Node is kind of about destiny. Not destiny as in like your whole life is pre-planned for you, because I don't believe in that. And it's not the meaning of North Node in astrology. It's more about fated events and people when we have transits of that on our personal planets. It's also just speaks about the path that we are meant to take on in this lifetime. Okay? And so when, you know, if you as you might be right now, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, it's good to take a look at your astrological birth chart and look at your North Node, the sign that it's in, the house that it's in, and the aspects to your North Node with your other planets. And it can give you an idea of what would fulfill you, what is your life mission here in this lifetime, okay? So current North Node is in Gemini. So that means that North Node is or has transited over your sun, your moon, or your rising, you know, for whatever reason you're here, if you're Gemini, sun, moon, or rising. And so yeah, this is why you're getting like you want to change, and you want things to, that's why you might be kind of questioning what you want to do with your life, who you want to be in this life, what you want to stand up for, what you want to defend, and just how you want to create your life. Yeah, you might feel called to new directions and new things suddenly. And yeah, there's a reason for this. It is most probably your North Node. And I know that people, if you're around maybe between 17 and 19 years old, or around 36 years old, or, you know, a bit older, it's in multiples of around 18 years, you might be getting your nodes return as well if you have North Node in Gemini. And so when we have, you know, the North Node transiting either like a North Node return or North Node transiting one of our planets or points, like you right now, Gemini, yeah, we might meet people who are kind of fated for us. We might we might get kind of opportunities that are really fated, that really mean a lot for us, that can really have big results for us, that can mean a lot for us. We might kind of start being interested in something. I looked at my malachite right here and it was like shaking. I don't know why. Nothing else was shaking. Okay. Anyway, that kind of distracted me. I was like, what? But what I was saying is that when we have the North Node, we sometimes experience things and people happening that we're like, what the hell is going on? But it's all the universe sending us signs, okay? And for people, if you're not used to listening to your heart and following your intuition in your life, and if you're not used to using that to make your decisions in your life, this might kind of hit you hard, because it might be completely the opposite of the life that you were living, and it's not going to be forced on you, okay? It's not like a Pluto or Uranus or Saturn transit that can really slap you in the face, okay? It's not like that. But you might just have some kind of epiphanies and you're like, oh my god. And you might kind of be, yeah, you know, I told you, like, I'm getting the feeling you're kind of freaking out about what you want to do, or you might kind of have a choice that you should be making right now and you're like, what? It's all because of this, okay? It's all part of higher reason. And even if it doesn't make sense right now, even if it's completely different from the life you're living right now, or the field you're studying, or the job that you're working, doesn't mean that it's wrong, doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it, okay? Have the courage to take that path if it really makes your heart shine, okay? So, I pulled those cards so long ago and I didn't even talk about them because I started talking about the North Node. But anyway, yeah, so I am getting that you do have the power to liberate yourself in 2021, okay? And if you want to, you will. You don't have to freak out about that or worry about that, okay? Just go with the flow. Listen to your heart. You don't have to question your whole life, okay? It's okay. And you're not going to be late to anything, okay? Don't be like, oh my God, yeah, I'm going to change everything about my life because I fear that I'm not going to get another opportunity, or that I'm going to be late, or that, oh my God, what would happen? Okay, chill out, okay? Take a deep breath. If something is meant for us, we're not going to miss out on it, okay? Follow the flow of your own life, of your own heart. Okay? Kala is watching over you. Also, something that I'm getting. She is, okay? And the two other cards, Mary and Gaia. Now, it's kind of crazy to me because Mary is under the Magician card. You know, so we're talking about manifestation with this card and having everything that you can want to have or that you need. So just go at it and manifest, okay? Even if you never do that, ask for the craziest thing. Of, you know, don't ask from an ego place, of course, but ask for what would be your dream life, or your dream job, or your dream house or apartment, or your dream partner, or whatever it is that you want. Just go for it, and don't do it in moderation. Just go all out and ask everything that you would love, and just wait and know that miracles are possible. Okay? You might be surprised. I'm just saying. It might take a while to manifest, but you might be surprised. You don't know if you don't ask, okay? The worst that can happen is that you don't get everything you asked for in manifestation, okay? But Mary's really here like, hey, it can happen. I'm telling you. And Gaia was under the Seven of Pentacles, which is, you know, Gaia's Earth. And I don't even know what to say. Like, look at these. This is so freaking funny that they're together. Like, this is about Earth and growing something and birth. You know, she's pregnant on the picture here and being ready to birth it. And here I talked about this is you planting seeds and waiting for the results. So yeah, literally. Like, I don't even know if there's anything else to say, truly. So whatever it is that the seeds that you're planting, the things that you want to manifest, just be nurturing towards it, okay? Don't beat yourself up if you haven't reached the standards or the results that you want to get. You know those experiments where they, you know, if you're trying to grow a plant and you insult it, versus if you try to grow another plant and you always compliment it, it's like the one that has been loved and complimented like grows better. This is that kind of energy here, okay? So do that with whatever it is that you want to grow. And it's all going to be just fine. It's going to help out a lot, okay? So, Gemini, these are all the messages that I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like this video, comment down below, share this video, subscribe to my channel for more videos like and unlike this one. If this video didn't resonate, I suggest that you watch one of your other signs, so Sun, Moon, or Rising. I really recommend that you watch your rising sign specifically if this isn't already your rising sign. But even if this is your rising sign, you can watch on one of your other signs, because you know, when I do the readings, I put the intention in it that it's for sun, moon, and rising people. So water and fire signs are already up on my channel, and earth signs will come very, very soon. So go check that out. Subscribe if you don't want to miss out on the new videos. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing week, an amazing month, an amazing year of 2021. If you want to get something more personalized from me, I do private astrology and tarot readings. Information on how to get in contact with me, all in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.